Today I'd like to introduce the configurations and operations of WhaleTech SECG 5.0 AIO. The SECG 5.0 AIO home screen provides three main functions: signal waveform, special functions, and standard assistant. The primary function of signal waveform is to generate standard signals. These signals adhere to medical standards, allowing users to set various signals and parameters according to medical regulatory requirements. The provided signal types are sine waves, triangle waves, square waves, rectangle pulse waves, triangle pulse waves, exponential pulses, and ECG waveforms. Let's take a look at the ECG waveform. After selecting the ECG waveform, a wrench icon will appear, indicating additional settings are available. Click the wrench icon to bring up the ECG waveform parameter settings for simulating the PQRST waves of a heartbeat. The adjustable parameters include amplitude and time, such as P amplitude, QRS amplitude, PR interval, ST deviation, P duration, QRS duration, QT interval, and T amplitude. To adjust these parameters, select the desired parameter, scroll the numbers to the desired value, and the waveform will change accordingly. Then click OK to save the settings. Return to the home screen and click Play. The SECG 5.0 AIO will play the configured parameters with the output summary, displaying all parameter settings. The waveform parameters also include frequency, which can be set in Hertz or BPM, beats per minute, and amplitude. Adjust these parameters by clicking and scrolling the numbers to the desired value. The configured parameters will be displayed in the output summary. In addition, in the signal add-on section, you can see signals such as DC offset and pacing that can be superimposed on the ECG signal. By enabling the DC offset function, you can adjust the value, commonly set at plus or minus 300 millivolts. The second signal is pacing. After enabling it, a wrench icon will appear. Click it to bring up the pacing waveform parameters window. In IEC 60601-2-27, the pacing specifications are required to be tested from 2 mV to 700 mV for the amplitude and from 0.1 millisecond to 2 millisecond for the duration. Additionally, disabling the synchronization function allows independent adjustment of the pacing rate. If the synchronization function is enabled, the pacing rate will vary with the BPM of the ECG signal. Most pacing tests are conducted with synchronization enabled, but there is a test specified in IEC 60601-2-27 that requires synchronization to be disabled for testing. Next is the overshooting settings, which allow amplitude and time constant adjustment, with the time constant required to be tested up to 100 milliseconds as per the medical standard. For example, in the pacing waveform parameters window, set the amplitude to 200 millivolt to generate the corresponding waveform. Currently, a single pulse is being generated, but it can also be a double pulse. However, the duration of the two double pulse options is different. Now just use the singular pulsar to demonstrate it. Click OK to save the settings. Return to the home screen, and the SECG 5.0 AIO will automatically add the pacing signal to the ECG signal for output. The third signal is noise. You can add mains frequency noise as 50 Hz or 60 Hz or white noise to the ECG signal with adjustable amplitude. When the noise function is enabled, the configured noise signal will be superimposed on the ECG signal. The ECG special add-on function is mainly for respiratory signal settings, which will be covered in another video. The fifth signal is 620 kiloohm/4.7 nanofarads, used for testing input impedance. The parallel circuit is controlled by a switch. When the 620 kilo ohm / 4.7 nanofarads function is enabled, the switch is shorted, meaning the 620 kilo ohm is not added. When it's disabled, the 620 kilo ohm is added. Lastly, the common mode to RL/N is only required in IEC 60601-2-25 to add DC offset to the RL electrode. If the common mode to RL/N function is enabled, the SECG 5.0 AIO will add a DC offset to the RL electrode. For example, enable the DC offset and set it to 300 mV. Then enable the common mode to RL/N. The SECG 5.0 AIO will add 300 mV to the RL electrode. If the common mode to RL/N function is disabled, the 300 mV will be added to the RA electrode. Therefore, common mode means adding 300 mV to the RL electrode, creating a common mode DC signal. As per the medical standard, the test requires the common mode to RL/N function enabled only when the DC offset is ± 300 mV. We've come to the end of our brief introduction to the signal waveform function. Thank you for your time.